Jammu Links News Top Stories is brought to you by Tasya Herbals alcohol-based hand sanitizer with neem and aloe vera extracts, helping India fight COVID-19. The 270-kilometer-long Srinagar-Jammu National Highway, the only all-weather road linking Kashmir Valley with the rest of the country, remained closed for the fourth consecutive day on Friday due to landslides and shooting stones triggered by heavy rains at over a dozen places. Several thousand vehicles, including those carrying perishable and other essential items, besides passengers, are stranded on the highway. The highway remained closed due to continued landslides and shooting stones triggered by heavy rains during the past 24 hours. Over a dozen places, including Dalwas, Mehar, Trishul Mode, Cafeteria Mode, Aran Stand, Digdol, Panthyal, Monkey Mode, Mompassi, Battery Chashma and other places between Nashri and Banihal are worst affected due to landslides and shooting stones. Body of the missing Panch has been recovered in South Kashmir's Shopian district on Friday. The body was found buried in an orchard at Dangam by locals. Later, the body was identified as the missing Panch Nisar Ahmed Butt of Kunmo, Srinagar. Butt had left for Shopian on August 19. He has been missing since then. The family lodged a missing report a few days after he went missing. An audio clip was released by a terrorist outfit that claimed he was killed and did not hand over the body to the family due to coronavirus outbreak. In a major decision, Jammu and Kashmir government on Friday revised its guidelines and declared that all asymptomatic COVID-positive cases in Jammu province would be in home isolation. The decision, however, came with the rider that all the asymptomatic COVID-positive cases in Jammu province would be allowed home isolation with conditions as in Kashmir: free oximeter, compulsory Arogya Setu app, and proper isolation space with a poster outside the house. On August 11, the UT administration had decided not to allow asymptomatic COVID-19 patients at home isolation in Jammu region while extending similar relaxations to patients in Kashmir. Strict restrictions have been imposed as a precautionary measure to prevent Muharram procession in Srinagar, where majority roads have been closed with barbed wire and other roadblocks since early Friday morning. Hundreds of central paramilitary forces and police have been deployed in the city to prevent procession of mourners on the 8th day month of Islamic calendar. The centre has issued rules for a smooth functioning of the Jammu and Kashmir administration, specifying that the police, the All India Services and the Anti-Corruption Bureau will be under the direct control of the Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory. The rules notified by Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla under the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganisation Act 2019 also made it clear that in case of a difference of opinions between the LG and the Council of Ministers with regard to any matter, the formal shall refer it to the centre for the decision of the President and shall act according to the decision. Authorities in Samba have announced a 5-day lockdown in the district to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The lockdown from August 28 to September 1st midnight was ordered by Samba District Magistrate Rohit Khajuria. However, the essential services like clinics, chemist shops and testing laboratories would function from 9 am to 8 pm during the lockdown days, while grocery shops, fruits and vegetable shops would be allowed to open from 7 am to 12 noon. Rivers in the Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir are overflowing amid torrential rainfall in the Union Territory for the fourth consecutive day. Heavy downpour has caused devastation in several panchayats and blocks of Udhampur, such as Gordi block and Ritti Panchayat. Sarpanch of the Ritti Panchayat requested people to stay indoors and not venture out near river areas. Officials on Thursday said the water level in major rivers and streams in the Jammu region is rising, but there is no immediate threat of floods. Jammu residents on Friday complained of high vegetable prices for the last few days due to incessant rains. Moreover, the local administration is on high alert as Jammu witnessed rainfall for the third consecutive day today. Vegetables which were selling for Rs 30 per kg are now being sold at Rs 60 a kilogram. The Indian Meteorological Department has predicted moderate to several thunderstorms accompanied with lightning at isolated places, very likely over Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and many other states for the next 5 days. The The Congress Party on Friday launched a nationwide campaign against the central government's decision to conduct NEET and JEE main exams, with Rahul Gandhi urging people to sneak up for the safety of students amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Congress workers hit the streets to protest against the government's decision to conduct the entrance exams. However, the members of the National Students' Union of India were detained by the police in various cities across the country during the protest. Pakistan violated the ceasefire in Balakot sector of Poonch district on Friday. The unprovoked ceasefire violation was initiated by Pakistan at 11:30 am by firing with small arms and intense shelling with mortars along the line of control in Balakot sector. The Indian Army retaliated befittingly. All J&K Home Guards Welfare Association on Friday highlighted their demands, including fixation of salaries of Home Guards. Addressing a press conference today, State President of all J&K Home Guards Welfare Association, Kamla Sharma, and Babu Hussain Malik, President Employees Joint Action Committee, said that previous administration or government has totally failed to implement the SC order, and poor Home Guards are still facing lot of hardships, and demanded implementation of Supreme Court order to adjust Home Guards of the state as regular constables. As many as 11 shops were gutted in a massive fire in Frontier Kashmir district of Kupwara. The fire broke out in a shop during the intervening night of Thursday and Friday in a village in Kupwara in North Kashmir. Fire tenders were rushed to douse of the leaping flames clearly visible from a distance. The officials said they were ascertaining the damages and the cause of fire. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will formally induct the 5 Rafale fighter aircraft in the Indian Air Force on September 10th at the Ambala Air Base in Haryana in a ceremony for which French Defence Minister Florence Parly would also be invited. The first 5 aircraft had arrived from France in India on July 29th. The Indian Air Force had then stated that the planes will be inducted into the IAF after a formal ceremony. More than 40.35 crore people benefit from the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which was launched 6 years ago as a national mission for financial inclusion, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said on Friday. The Jan Dhan Yojana, which was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Independence Day address in 2014, was launched on August 28 in the same year. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is national mission for financial inclusion to ensure access to financial services, namely savings and deposit accounts, remittance, credit, insurance, pension in an affordable manner. The effectiveness of the centre's test, track and treat approach is reflected in the progress on the COVID-19 recovery front and the reduction in fatality rate, the government said on Friday, highlighting that recoveries exceed active cases by over 18 lakh as on date. The Union Health Ministry pointed out that in the past 5 months, more than 3/4 of COVID-19 cases have recovered and less than 1/4 are active now. The number of recoveries is nearly 3.5 times the active cases of coronavirus infection currently, it said. With more patients recovering and being discharged from home isolation and hospitals, India's COVID-19 recoveries is nearing 26 lakh.